So guys, basically what I'm doing right now, I'm experimenting with the stock 5.3 truck manifolds. I have them mounted in the car. They fit, but this flange right here, this outside one on the driver's side, just the location of where this bolt is. If it were turned 45 degrees, this flange, there wouldn't be any issue. But this bolt right here, the corner of this flange kind of barely hits on the frame rail, and the bolt sticking out of the bottom, or the stud, hits on the frame rail. So basically what I just did, I just welded this nut to the stud. I'm going to get an actual bolt for it, but I'm just experimenting right now. I welded the nut to the stud, and I'm going to cut it off as short as I possibly can. That way it's essentially a bolt going into the manifold, and I'm going to take my grinder and I'm going to shave as much of this rounded edge as possible and see if I can't make it fit, because if it wasn't for that, it looks like it would fit just fine. You would have to almost immediately 45 back a little bit off the flange, just because of where it comes out if you come out straight. But I think if you 45 off of it and this flange doesn't have issues, then there wouldn't be any problem with running the truck manifolds in the Genesis. I do plan to get the headers. It's just money right now. I'm trying to basically just get this thing running as quick as possible. I'll probably, if this does end up working, I'll probably just wait till I build the 6.0 to buy the headers, because still sound good, and I'm not obviously building this 5.3 for performance. It's bone stock. So I'm gonna get to working on this, and I will let y'all know how it goes. But
Alright guys, so I did end up grinding the driver's side manifold a bit, and I cut the end of the stud off. You can see this side has plenty of clearance. I can get my hand between there and have plenty of room. I'm not really sure why this side has more clearance than the driver's side, but you can see now I can get a finger between there. Before there was no clearance at all right there. I just ground that corner off, and that's pretty much all I had to do. I will have to immediately out of this flange, probably 30 or 45 back that way. But the truck manifolds do look like they are gonna work. Let's see if I can, yeah, I mean, I do still plan to get headers, but it won't be right away. I'll probably wait till the 6.0 is built for that. So literally probably not even 2 more weeks, it should be running just fine. Basically, all I really need to get, I'm gonna cut this and go with a hard line to AN adapter, and then I'm gonna run 6 AN to the rail. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave the crossover up here or if I'm gonna move it to the back and run my lines up here. Not real sure on that yet. And then I'll have the fuel pressure regulator here with a return going back to the tank. I still need to cut a little plate, block off plate for this. The intake comes with one new, but I bought it used and it didn't have it, so I have to make a little block off plate. I did test fit the factory fans. That's not gonna work. I need slim fans. This little front little post right here, basically it was hitting on this little brace right here. I tried shaving some of it out and I got it to where it would fit pretty good, but I decided I'd just rather do slim fans. There wasn't much clearance anyways. It would have been hard to ever get the fans off if I needed to. So I'm gonna do a Durali 16-inch on the stock radiator. What else do I gotta get? I gotta get AN hose for the trans cooler, and I have to get a trans cooler. I need a shifter for the T56 or the 4L60. I've tried searching a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the factory gen automatic shifter is electronic, so I was going to try to use that if it was cable shift, but I'm pretty sure it's electronic. I've heard from a few people that weren't real sure, but they said they were pretty sure it was electronic, so I'm just not even going to mess with it. I'm going to put a TCI shifter in. I can't think of, so my alternator, this is the truck alternator. The only difference in the truck alternator and the Camaro alternator externally is the Camaro has this mounting point back here for this little rear brace. Dirty Dingo states that has to be used, but I asked some people on the LS Swap page and they said they've been running it like this with the truck alternator. No issues. Sorry, I cut that off on accident, so I just went ahead and flipped the camera around. But I did order a Camaro alternator, and I got it from LKQ. Went to put it on, and I was like, this son of a bitch is different. So I looked at my order. I accidentally ordered one from a V6 Camaro, so the mounting is totally different. It's got like one center mount, and yeah, I don't know. Not even gonna try to fuck with returns. It was like 40 bucks. I guess if I ever know anyone with a V6 Camaro that needs an alternator, I got one. Still need to get a Camaro belt tensioner. I found them 50 to 100 bucks depending on if you want OEM or aftermarket or what. OEM will do just fine for me. Then with the slim fans, I'll be able to mount the radiator up and get the shape of my radiator hose I need. I think I'm just gonna loop the heater core back together for now because it's summer in Texas and I won't be needing the heater for a good minute. So I'm just gonna loop that back in for now and find out what I'm gonna do about hoses later. Splice this mass air connector onto my LS harness. I think I mentioned before, ordered mass air meter for a supposedly a 2006 5.3 Chevy 1500, but the connector's slightly different. I'm not sure why. Maybe they had it mislabeled. It'll still work. I just have to resplice the connector. Not a big deal there. I feel like I also want to splice my tack wire, my tack signal wire that's mounted on my dash to the harness for the 5.3, as well as I'm gonna splice in a kill switch, so that way if anyone ever wants to try to steal it, they're gonna have fun trying to find it. I moved my battery back to the front for now. Basically, I had a Summit Racing battery relocation kit. It has 0 gauge wire, and it just comes with little crimp-on ring terminals. I've been running it for a while, but the other day I was fucking with it and I had the wire pull out of my ring terminal. I don't have anything that will crimp something that big very easily, so I don't really need it at the back. I had it at the back because of the big turbo, and I had to move the fuse box so I wouldn't melt it. But with this, I don't really need it at the back right now. I'll put it back later for weight distribution, but it's back up front for now. It's not gonna bother me one bit. I need to do my oil filter relocate. That is not gonna cost me very much at all because I still have leftover 10AN hose with 2 hose ends from when I did the turbo drain. Basically, I bought, I think, 3 straight hose ends and 190 whenever I did the big turbo custom lines. So turbo lines to the guy that bought the manifold. So I still have probably close to 5 foot of hose here with 2 hose ends. I need 2 more. And at Summit, they sell oil filter relocation mounts. So that's not going to cost me, I don't know, $50 compared to what the Siki oil relocation kit costs. No, don't get me wrong, the Siki oil relocation kit isn't a bad price for what you're getting, but it's just that I already have 90% of the stuff I need to do it, so no problem with that. And then I'm going to hit up Jason Riddle at DMZ Rated and get the custom power steering lines for LS Swap and the Gen. That should be all I need. I do need to get new rear axles. I don't know if y'all know, I went to a dyno day slightly before I decided to swap from the 2.0, and wherever they hooked up their straps on my rear subframe, basically, I don't know if it just got caught up or something on the axle when it was spinning or what, but it broke their strap. The strap popped and broke both of my CV boots, so I had to drive it all the way home like that, grease slinging out of them and everything. So I don't really want to try to repair the boot, because if something did get in the axle in the CV joint, then asking for a disaster. So I think I'm going to end up swapping to 3/8 sedan axles. They're thicker, more sturdy. Only problem is, not really a problem, just I hate it. They're the pop-in axles like the BK1, whereas the BK2 is the bolt-on, and it makes it a lot easier, but whatever, is what it is. Yeah, within the next week, I should have the car running. I'm about to go inside and work on my write-up on coupe.com with my parts list. I tried to post it like over a week ago, and it said would have to wait for admin approval, and I've been checking it every day, and it's not up yet. So I might just try to, maybe there was something that happened, I'll try to rewrite it again and submit it and see what happens. Or I may just see if I can retitle my big turbo write-up, because I never really followed through with it. So there's only like 1 post on it, and if I can retitle it and basically just restart it, then I'll just do that. I'll give a link to that write-up as soon as I can. That write-up should be a lot more detailed than my videos, because whenever I'm out here making videos, I just get focused on the car and I forget to explain what I'm doing. So with the ride up, I can actually sit down and think about everything, and you know, and I usually do the ride ups late at night when I won't be working on the car anyways. So that should be pretty detailed, and I'm going to include a full parts list with everything that I have on record and any other thing I can think of that I had to buy. I don't care if it's a fitting at AutoZone. I mean, it would be nice to have if I was swapping right now, or with me swapping right now, it'd be nice to have a parts list with just little shit, radiator hoses, the belt size. I mean, I can find that belt size pretty easily because it is a Camaro setup just without the AC. Just, you know, little things like that could really be helpful to someone out there, and that's all I'm trying to do, help someone out. Have fun while I'm doing it. So, yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Follow me, Instagram, genocide_coupe, Jordan Henley on Facebook. If you have any questions, that's probably the best place to reach me is on Facebook Messenger. And that's a wrap, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Please subscribe.